Hello, welcome to Organic Chemistry Laboratory online for the summer of 2020. I am Dr. Amber Charlevoix, and I will be the professor for the class this summer. I'm excited to teach. I've been teaching for a very long time. I love Organic Chemistry Lab. It makes it so awesome to have these concepts that you learn in lecture come together so that you can really see what you're learning in the lecture part. So we've worked hard to try to make them integrated so that as you're learning in the lecture, you'll come into the lab now and be able to really expand on those topics. So I'm excited about that. I have been teaching organic chemistry for 20 years. I am new to NAS. I've only been at NAS for 2 years, so this is the end of my second year. I love the NAS students. I'm so excited to be able to teach you this lab. And I have a family, so I have a husband and 4 kids. I have one student in college. She's a sophomore. And so I know exactly what you're going through because she's going through the same thing. I have a son who's in 11th grade, another son who's in 9th grade, and then a daughter who's in 6th grade. So I'm pretty busy. So real quick, I wanted to show you the syllabus and give you an idea of what is expected from you and what you can expect from me in this course. It is totally online, so you don't have to come to campus at all, but I wanted to show you, here's the lab, right? And in a few of the videos, you'll get to know the lab a little bit better. I will be doing all of the experiments myself, or I have videos already of students doing that. And then I will have you watch those videos and think about the experiment in terms of what might be the more challenging part of that experiment, or what mistakes did we make when we were actually filming it, and what do you think we could do to improve the lab the way that we could do the lab. So I won't be just asking you technical questions about the lab, but I'll be actually asking you kind of foundational questions as well. So we'll see how that goes. There's, of course, no substitute for actually being in the lab and measuring out the, mass of some compound and then refluxing it for an hour and then putting it on the rotovap to get rid of the solvent and then running an IR and an NMR on it. Like, there's no substitute for that, but because we are where we are right now, we have to make the best of what we have. And so if you can watch me do all of the experiments, but still be engaged in the process, then I think we've done the best that we can do. So stepping now into the syllabus, I'll go through it real quick and introduce you to the course, and we'll go from there. Awesome, thanks. Okay, great. Here's the syllabus for the course. My contact information is here at the top. My phone number links automatically to my cell phone, so you can reach me there at any time. My office hours are going to be Tuesday from 9:30 to 10:30 in the morning, and Thursday from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. I just ask that you let me know ahead of time so I can make sure I'm there. I plan on being available at those times, but just in case something comes up, I don't want to leave you hanging. But absolutely let me know and I will be there. And by appointment. So if you have any other questions at any other times, send me a quick email and I can easily meet you on Zoom whenever you need. So the required materials here for this course are that you need access to Google Docs, you need a molecular model kit, and then you ultimately have to watch the videos, and so you'll need a high-speed internet capable of streaming videos. So I had fun. I found my Bitmoji here in a chemistry lab. So I'll challenge you real quick and you can tell me, what am I doing wrong in my Bitmoji right there? So send me an email and let me know what you think I'm doing wrong. We could do that for extra credit. So in terms of the course objectives, you can read through that. In terms of the student learning outcomes, I think the primary one that we will focus on in this class is the experimental part, right? So we're going to practice proper safety protocols, and we're going to do the experimentation part of chemistry here. I will also highlight that we will end up communicating scientific information through written, and actually I haven't highlighted here, but oral as well. I've incorporated 2 chances for you to make videos of yourself explaining a topic for credit. You are expected to watch the videos that I create and take notes in your electronic notebook. So your electronic notebook will be created in Google Docs, and you'll share that with me, and you'll just keep working on the same document through the entire course. I will grade that document after 5 p.m. on the day that your assignments are due. In terms of academic integrity, I expect that each of you will follow the rules according to the college's academic integrity policy. I do not condone plagiarism, and by plagiarism I mean taking anyone else's work and calling it your own. Also, if you have any documented disability and require services from the Office of Student Accessibility, then I encourage you to let me know right away so that I can make sure that happens. And in terms of how you get your grade, 250 points out of the 1,000 total comes from the Moodle quiz. The lowest Moodle quiz will be dropped because we only have 10 here and there's 11 experiments. The electronic lab notebook will count for a majority of your grade. You will need to keep electronic notes in this notebook in Google Docs for every experiment. 7 of those experiments, it will be the major grade for that experiment, and 4 of those experiments, it will just be a supplemental piece. Those 4 experiments that count less in terms of notebook will have a worksheet that you need to complete in addition to the notebook. 2 of the experiments will also include you creating a video presentation explaining the technique. Finally, we will have an NMR IR structure determination exam at the end of the course. And for this, I will give you the spectroscopy data and the molecular formula, and you will come up with the structure for 2 compounds. Once you come up with the structure, you will meet me in a Zoom meeting at a pre-assigned time, and you will defend your answer. You will describe to me exactly how you got to that answer. You can see here in the purple box my grading scheme. And so in order to get the grade that you desire, those are the percentage points that you need to achieve. Finally, in terms of what is expected of you, you need to establish a Google Doc and share that with me as soon as possible so that we can get your electronic notebook started. I will grade that at 5 p.m. on the due date that's indicated in the schedule below. Once the theory and formal written procedure is posted and you've looked at it, there will be a Moodle quiz on that experiment. Again, that makes up 25% of your grade. In some cases, finishing that Moodle quiz will open the video link. In other cases, the video link is already posted. I will need you to watch the videos that I've posted and take detailed notes and record all of your observations. It may be necessary for you to watch the video a couple times. If you want to know more details about what to put in your notebook, take a look at the Welcome to Organic Chemistry Lab packet that's posted in Moodle. And now, just so we're all clear, the experiments in purple below on this table are the ones that have worksheets. So those are the ones whose notebook does not count quite as much. Note the small x. So those will have worksheets, notebook, and a Moodle quiz. And you can see from the other parts of the schedule that there are 2 that require presentations, those video presentations I'm asking you to make. And those are going to be the fractional distillation and the extractions. I hope that you see that this table is actually summing everything up. You see exactly what's due, when it's due for all of the assignments for the entire summer session. If I were you, I would go ahead and print this out or somehow reproduce it or put it onto my calendar or do whatever I need so that these dates do not get lost in the shuffle of the craziness. And if I spend just a couple minutes inside of Moodle, you see there's a lot of information here. And so here's our course, the Lab for Organic Chemistry for this summer, 2020. There's a little welcome message there, another Bitmoji. I guess I'm a little bit crazy about that. Under course announcements, you can see this is the email that I sent just a couple days ago, welcoming you to the course. And so my emails will also be in the announcements. So if you ever lose an email, you can always go back to course announcements. So I'm sorry I couldn't figure out how to do student view. And so this is how I see it. So you'll see a little extra stuff compared to how you might see it. So if we go through, here's the syllabus that I just went through. And so in the first week on Tuesday, we'll be doing this module, the Introduction to Orgo Lab and Safety. Here is the welcome packet that I talked about. So that's a PDF of a lot of details about what's included in your notebook. Here's a video tour of the organic lab. Here is a general safety video. You don't see this, but I see it, right? So I've hidden it from you as I'm not quite done with the quiz. Okay, and for the melting point determination, also on Tuesday, the assignment, here you have the experiment in a PDF form. You have the video that talks about how to use the melting point apparatus that we have. And then here, it's hidden from you because I'm still working on it, will be the melting point Moodle quiz, and so on and so forth. And at the top of each, right, under melting point determination, here's some instructions on what's due. So that should match up with the table that we just talked about in the syllabus. And then, so this just gives you some more information. So as you walk through, you can see here's the introduction and the safety, here's the melting point. And then on Thursday, we'll move to IR. And then so you can see as I move through, I'm still building this course. You see, I have access to the building. And so I'm going in now and making the videos of these experiments. So I'm trying to stay ahead of you a little bit, which I should be fine. And so there's just the introduction into the Moodle site. Hopefully between the syllabus and this Moodle site, you should have access to anything you need. Again, all my contact information is here. So there you have it. I've introduced you to me and to the course in general, and now we can work together over the next 6 weeks to help you find success in organic chemistry lab.